Hello? There's an awful lot of background processes going on. Hello?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, I don't know what that... I don't know what this big white block is. Also, ads are going to play again. So I do apologize for that.
Oh, are they? That's rude.
I mean, at least they happen, like, during a, already an ad break. Yeah, that was really weird. Like, we were just sitting here.
Started words and it crashed.
Yeah, the ad break just ended. Oh, ad's about to start. And it literally just said OBS crash. And I was like, okay. Like, my bitrate is trash. My CPU usage is, like, through the roof. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know why. So... Nope. We were just, like, sitting here. He was going to get up. Like, we were both going to get up, and all of a sudden it was like, OBS crashed. And I'm like, hello? And then I tried to reopen OBS, and it was like, OBS is already running. And I'm like, the hell it is. And so I had to run it as an administrator in order to even get it to open. So, yeah, okay. Ads are going to roll again, unfortunately. So, we shall just hang out for a minute. I came back frozen. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Had to restart the app too? That's so weird. All right. Okay. We'll do another round of words and we'll be right back. Our ad's done. I didn't see the ad end, but I also didn't see the ad start. Are you back? Tink tink, can you hear me?
People.
I'm back.
We're back.
Okay.
Scoop
Jinx.
cheese.
The bitrate looks better now, too. I'm just checking everything. Okay.
Okay, chat. We're just about finished. We get to plug it in. Oh, I gotta put the exhaust on, which will take 2 seconds, and then it gets plugged in, and we can see it working.
Looks like a Dyson vacuum.
Yeah, pretty much. Why do they like tying these cords? That's annoying. That's how that one got all like super jumbled. Power box.
Move over so they can see the fan moving.
Oh, that is cool. Probably makes a lot of noise on stream. But see how there's a little light in there? That piston is on the upstroke, which is when the spark plug would ignite, because it compresses, like the piston on the upstroke will compress all the gas as tight as it can, and then when the spark plug goes off, it causes a small explosion and throws the piston back down, which is what rotates the crankshaft into like your flywheel and all that and gives power to your transmission. But like, it's neat that the actual light for the spark plug is sparking on that piston's upstroke. So it does it for 2, 3, 4. All the lifters are going. That's neat. That's a neat little model.
What's all those pieces for?
I don't know.
Show everyone. He's got a whole tray.
At no point did it tell me to like use them as like plugs or anything. Like maybe they're for. No, I don't. Did I miss like a couple instructions at the end, at the very end?
Here, come look at that.
Well, just looking at the parts list, not the.
That's what I'm looking at. Exhaust valves? Intake valves?
No. Maybe. Let me see. Oh, that is what they are. But I don't think it told me at any point in time where to put them. Of course it did. They go there. Let's see, can I don't think I can get to that part without taking the whole thing apart.
They're not necessary.
I mean, they're necessary, but they're not necessary for the model, because you can't even really see. If this was clearer plastic, I would consider doing it. But you can't even see into it.
Yeah, he missed a step.
It did. I'm going to be on not that piece, not that piece. Yeah, it'd be that piece, like.
Good enough for government work.
Yeah. That's annoying, but oh well. And they go on the bottom. Yeah, I'm not even trying that because they're just gonna fall out. Yeah, that's. I wouldn't have done. I don't know if I would have wanted to do that anyway. They're just gonna fall into the cylinder, and it's not like this is very machine accurate, you know. Like it would just fall into the cylinder head and just have that rattle.
Did you throw out all the little bags?
I did.
Oh no, they're right
Well, I didn't
there.
throw them out. I put them all together.
So you can put
Yeah.
everything back in the bag.
I'll put what's left. Yep. Thank you for building this model with me, chat. Do you have a different one? This one has a hole in it, like an intentional hole.
Yeah, I think they all do, like, so that the bags don't have, like,
Hair.
yeah.
That one doesn't. Oh, it does, but they're kind of okay. Whatever. Here, thanks.
You could put a piece of tape over that.
Good sport. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome,
That's Mia.
Mia. I think the next time I do something like this, I'm actually gonna get a model airplane or something along those lines. I wish I would have known. I should have gotten it when Joanne's first announced that they were going out. The model that I actually wanted to get. That, remember, I was like, oh, I'll just go there and pick it up, and you're like, they don't sell models like that, and I was like, I thought they did. And then I went there like after the fact and found out that they did sell the model that I was looking at, kind of. So.
I think Michael's has some too.
Yeah, I think they have more than. Well, I know. AC Moore used to have like a buttload of models, and they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Bubbles.
But I'll get one that I can nerd out on history with. 'Cause I think I would talk a lot more when I'm talking about history.
You would.
Yeah.
James likes to talk about history.
I love history. I thought about going back for my master's in it. But we'll see. Probably not. I wouldn't really do anything with it. Teaching with it would be cool, but like I think I'd lose money.
You would lose money.
Yeah.
Like, you could do it as, like, a side thing, but you wouldn't be able, like, you wouldn't actually have, like, the time to dedicate to it, unfortunately.
Oh, what, for a master's? I'm talking
No,
for
no,
teaching.
I meant to teach, like...
Yeah. No, I wouldn't quit my job now to go to
That's what I'm saying, is
Or
that
it'd be
you
like a
wouldn't-
retirement job.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that you wouldn't... It would be, like, a loss
Yeah.
if you went as a teacher instead of...
History
What you
is
do.
great and important, sillykins. Hmm? Yeah, it's my favorite subject. History and English. But not like the middle school English where they're like talking about adjectives and nouns. That always confused me. Just like reading books and talking about them. What do you think Shakespeare meant? And you're like...
I don't know! Shakespeare's dead!
Well, that was like a whole thing where like, everyone in high school loved Romeo and Juliet, and I was like, this story's dumb. I'm like, everybody in this story is dumb except for the priest. He had like a plan and no one stuck to it, and because of that, everyone died. Oh no, my 16-year-old girlfriend who I've only met for like a few hours or days or whatever is dead. I can't go on. Like,
Man,
such
do you
a
remember
dramatic...
being 16 and in love?
I don't think I was that dramatic about it. I'd be like,
You-
I'd be sad, but I ain't
No,
about to follow you.
No, but it's definitely, like, you definitely feel that, like... I don't know. Your feelings are much more intense at that age,
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to say.
That's fair. I like, my favorite was Julius Caesar.
It would be.
That was my favorite Shakespeare.
I don't know what my favorite is. We read Romeo and Juliet. We did Much Ado About Nothing. Like, one of my teachers taught us Shakespeare, like, before any other teacher did. He was a fantastic teacher. I hated him at the time. And then I got to high school and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it clicks.
Yep. Because we were in middle school and he was teaching us, and I was like, this is terrible and awful and I hate it.
Middle school seems a little young to be trying to touch Shakespeare.
We did it in 7th grade. And then he was like, guess what, guys? I'm moving to 8th grade. And I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm going to have him again. And I had him again. And he did like a different, but he taught us very well how to understand and like dissect. Like they were long lessons, if you will. Like it was a very long period that we would go through it. Your brain is not fully formed at 16. Nope. No, I definitely made bad choices at 16. You made bad choices at 16.
Tons of bad choices at 16. Alright, I'm gonna hand the reins over to you.
Okay.
I'm taking my model with me. I'm taking my toys with me and going home.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Just come back for your garbage too, please.
Yes. Leave that there for now. I gotta clean my office and make room for things.
I cleaned my desk off so nice.
You did.
You should still hang out with us though.
Yeah.
You can play your video games tonight. Bye, James. Okay. So we have like 40 minutes left. Do you all want...
What was that?
Chat was just thanking you.
Sorry, one more time.
Chat was thanking you.
Oh, thank you, chat.
And that you should hang out.
No. I mean, maybe.
You just want...
No. Internet and people out.
What, you're about to go in there and play video games?
No, I'm gonna go sit in some silence.
Oh, okay.
I like doing that.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
So, here... We have planned for the rest of the week, we have a cardigan stream, we have a... mini stream, and we have F off Friday. And on Thursday, I'm going to be doing Minecraft. So, I don't know if, do we want to just, like, co-work for the last 40 minutes? And, like, I can work on addressing some envelopes for stickers? Or I've not uploaded VODs to YouTube in forever? Or would you like me... The other option is, I have a dragon pattern, a fidget dragon pattern that we could make, or at least start. And I was also looking at these. Oh, we could do the band. That's true. These guys are like little dragons. They're like little like dragon guys. I don't know, they're cute. Yeah, the pocket dragon squares. Welcome back, Siren. Sent you one from Insta, was like, I need one. Which one did you end up buying? The small or the large?
Me?
No.
Oh, okay.
All of them? I'll add them to cart. Yeah, why don't we work on the band? That's not a bad idea. Because that's a project that's already started that we need to do. I also wanted to kind of like check in and get like the vibes, if you will, on some ideas. So we'll chat. James, you left all your stuff in here. He literally left. You left the box, you left a bag, you left the whole ass engine.
I know I did. What box? Oh, that box? I thought we were leaving that for the cat.
Oh, okay.
It's like the perfect cat-sized box.
I should put it out in the living room then. Bought a felting kit and I blame this community for it. Thank you. Have a safe drive home, silly. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so that's the wrong phone. I have this dragon, the beaded one. Okay. I also got the crab. So, like, we could do more beaded fidget stuff. We could do, I mean, I know that a lot of people are making and selling these, so I don't want to step on toes by making and selling these as well. The other thing that I was thinking of was back in the day, which was a Tuesday. You're not putting them on Etsy, only for your markets? Okay, so we could make the little pocket dragons too. I'm good with that. But back in the day, we had these cuties. Okay. Oh, emotional support blobbies. They fit in your hand. They're really cute. They didn't take a long time. And they were, I loved them. They were all so unique and different and just fun. And I don't know, I feel like people have been really enjoying like the pre-order stuff more so than when I made things. Because, and I have a plan, and I have to actually just do it. I've been having a lot of hive issues with my face lately. Like, I woke up this morning. Don't look if you don't want to see. But, like, I was a mess this morning. Like, hives everywhere, lip swollen. Like, I was bad. So I want to take some videos because, let me show you. I mean, you also can see these on the website. Jesus. So this is how many, I have 4 potion buddies left. Okay? I haven't listed all of these, but like all of the Pride stuff that I made last year, it's all still here, save for one item that sold. I have every single one of them. I don't know why people don't want them. I don't know why they haven't sold. And then in here I also have some stuff that's not listed, and also like the example guys. So like, you know, they're all on my website. So my plan is I'm gonna make like a video every day, just being like, hi, because it's Pride Month, and being like. So I don't know if, or I should say, wait, 1, 2, 3 things sold from the Pride collection. 4 things sold from the Pride collection. I busted my ass on these to get like a bunch of Pride things done. Nothing. So my plan is to be like, I'm gonna post a video every day. And the thing is, I can film them all at once, right? I don't necessarily have to like film them individually, but my freaking face has been like all high-y, and so I don't want to film it when I'm like that, because then people are just gonna, well, I guess that's engagement. They're gonna be like, why do you look like this was yesterday? Like, I don't know. And then this was Saturday. My whole freaking face was swollen, like my eyelids. So I couldn't actually do it because I just felt terrible the whole time. So that's like a plan. Again, these are all on the website. If there's something here that you like, feel free. These are all ready to go. There's all different Pride flags here represented. And so I'm trying to figure out like what to do with my store, to be honest. How is it best to go about doing these things? Should I make... Oh, you know, I have to... Yeah, it seems like a good idea. No, I agree. I have to mark the jellyfish as sold out, because I still don't know where the heck that one guy got off to. He was hanging out with me because I loved him. And I love that you love him. That makes me happy, because Lord knows I have enough. So, like, I don't necessarily need to keep everything that I love. I have pictures. So, let me... Because there's still technically one jellyfish left. So, let me mark it as... none in stock. Help you with establishing how much to make. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, you're so good. Don't even worry. So the other thing that I was thinking, right, is that all of our stuff before has been like, when we've done like random things like this, they've been blind bag style. Fourth Wall has since updated how their website is done. Hi, Dad. Thanks. And so I can have one listing for like all the potion bottles. And basically what would happen is, so like I could have one listing for this, and they have like a drop down, and then you could like pick which one you want. So part of me is like, should I make some stuff that is not super expensive, that I can have like a drop down menu style on? Because like that's one of the nice things about like doing some of these that aren't as expensive, is that they're quick for me to make. They are not too much for you guys to purchase. Like, I understand that these guys are a lot more, but they took a lot more time and a lot more work to make versus, you know, like the potion buddies or the little like the little stress guys, or the little bees even. Use some fun variegated yarn. Yeah, like we did the bees. The bees were fun. The ghosties, oh my god, they were great. But see, like, the things that are a little bit less do well just because people, I get it. You know, like right now it's hard. Things are expensive. So I guess that's kind of my question is, because I haven't put anything new on the website in a long time to sell. And, you know, it's a business. And if I'm not selling things, it hurts, you know, how much I'm able to do. The froggies, yeah, these are under like the commissionable stuff. These all sold out. Yeah, I did a bunch of frogs. I have their pattern. I have to type it up. We could also do like some scrappy guys too. The scrap monsters were always fun. I thought the scrap guys were really cool. I don't know if anyone else did. Yeah, we did fruit bats that were all different fruits. I love my kiwi bat. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that maybe what I'll do, I definitely have patterns that need working on. So we're brainstorming right now. So we're going to say patterns. And part of me thinks that some of what hangs me up on patterns right now is that I am struggling a little bit with the typing up like how to do the assembly. And there's a part of me that thinks the way that I've done it in the past is very detailed and very description. Like there's a lot of description, and I know people like it and appreciate it. But I'm like, maybe there's like a fine, like an in-between of like doing that in-depth of a written description and like using the descriptions that I've already written to like, so for instance, like just explaining what this thing means once. Like almost like a general, like, here's general assembly tips and tricks. And then for like specific patterns, I could even just be like, pin the item on row like 4. Like, because I always try and like let you know exactly where I place things, because I hate it when they just like, here's a picture and you're like, I don't know what that is. So like I can still say pin your leg on round 4, attach, instead of saying all the steps to attach. And I'd have how you attach in a separate spot. So the how-to part I could copy on every pattern, if that makes sense. I don't have to write it out. And then just like for each pattern, it could just be like, attach limb here. And like have a picture. But like, if you... Here, I'll show you all like what I'm... Let me write that down because I'll forget. I think that's a good idea. Have general assembly instructions. Copy and paste on every pattern. And then on specifics, have a photo and like attach at row 4. use your patterns and others to various omni levels. I think that would be helpful without being overly complicated for you. Well, yeah, and see, that's part of it too, is that I've always felt like, okay, well, if I've done it this way for this long, I have to keep doing it this way. I can't change. I have to have everything the exact same at all times or else. And that's part of what's like hanging me up, is because some of it is like trying to, like, here's a little sneak peek, okay, of my Mabel pattern, okay? It just, but like, I feel like if I don't have all of this information, then people aren't going to know to do it. And I don't, that's where I'm having the trouble, is because it feels like ever since the vertigo and everything like that, it just feels like my brain has been like scrambled eggs. And I just don't feel like I'm able to articulate things well. It's not even that like I get bored, but like I struggle with like the focus. Like with the ability to sit and, I don't know, I guess just like articulate all of these things. And then I get frustrated, and so I stop, and then I don't do my patterns at all. I mean, maybe it's just, it takes so long, because like the pattern part, yeah, I mean, like this is an 8-page pattern, right? Like I've got, and that's fine, because that to me makes it a good pattern. Like the pattern part is so simple. I have this stuff already done for all the patterns I want to publish. I could just do that and be like, okay, here's all this stuff. Here's a lot of pictures of assembly. Figure it out yourself. But I feel like that just frustrates people. And so I then, like, let's see, the pattern is 3 pages. And that's only because this one has a lot of color changes. The rest of it is all assembly. The assembly notes are 2 pages on this one. So it's just, I don't know. I think that part of me got frustrated when it became difficult to do. And I've been afraid to like try again, because it still might be difficult. And it feels very like unfair that it became that difficult. Which again, fair or not, it's how things are. So I have also been thinking about doing some cross-stitch patterns, because I've been seeing a lot of like snarky like sayings lately that I think could be funny to make into cross-stitch patterns. They're not already I mean, they might be cross-stitch patterns, but I didn't find them as patterns, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, the horrors persist, but so do I. Like, different little, like, sayings with, like, putting, like, a pretty floral border around it or something silly like that. Because you just need, like, I already have alphabets. So, like, I would just have to, like, use the alphabets I already have and just, like, copy and paste it. I don't know if that makes sense to those of you who don't. Sometimes the snark in old sampler patterns is amazing. Yeah. So, like, I was thinking, honestly, just about making some, like, some snarky patterns that again, the cross stitch one, I don't know if I have a cross stitch pattern anywhere. So the cross stitch patterns are like, so that's like the cover page, and I had, this one didn't have like the fancy wording. And then I have, oh, actually, you know what? That isn't what it is, because I also have a cover page. I hate that this has become tiresome to me. You know? Like, it shouldn't be. I like doing this stuff, but it's just... I feel like spoons are spent so quickly lately. You know? So yeah, maybe some snark. Like, it's great how detailed I made my patterns. But it's also like, I did a lot. Like, does this one have it? Nope. Nope. I also made them very, like, detailed. Which, again, isn't a bad thing. I think it becomes frustrating when you see people who, like, sell a bajillion patterns and they don't have, like, any of that like, detail. And then I'm like, do I need all of this? But then I feel like if I don't have all of it, is it as understandable? You bought one that only has one cut. Well, yeah, and see, like, that's the thing, is that I don't want it to be that. I can't. Knitting patterns are so bare bones, yeah. So, like, this one, right? So, like, oops. It has the cover picture. The other one, oh, I know where I have it. Hold on. I'm trying to explain and I'm like doing it bad. I guess what I'm saying is I don't mind doing all of this stuff if it helps someone. If someone is like, no, this is... it's good, it's whatever, but at the same time, I'm like, if people just ignore it... Okay. So for instance, here's my Norman's Neighborhood Market cross-stitch pattern. So this is the cover page. Okay, October, wow, 2021. Y'all, I need to make more patterns. It was part of a stitch along. I did a new pattern every month. I burnt myself the heck out. Okay, here's the next page. It is all, I mean, again, this is easy to copy and paste. This is fine. It's whatever. But then I got into like a specific over here, which is like, this pattern is 30 by 60. So to calculate your amount of fat, like, and again, I know it's all just little things that add up. I don't know. Then I have the black and white version, and then I have the color version. I just need to suck it up and do it. It's fine. I'll be fine. So yeah, I guess the question that I really should have just asked you guys is, do you want to build a snowman? No. Do you think that I should add some products that are less expensive because they take less time? Like the blind bags, but have it be like drop down style. To remove the redundant parts of the pattern is a great idea. Okay. You do want to build a snowman? Okay. Give it a go. Okay. What should we make, though? Should I do, like, more of the little, like, I don't know, pocket buddies that we did before? I think this is a lot. No, they're the band from Star Wars. I'm a little sad that everyone thinks they're the aliens from Doctor Who, because those things are creepy as hell. They're the Cantina band. But you're not the first person who's asked. They're the guys that play the instruments and they go do 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 do. I mean, I could make them as they're ordered. I guess. I mean, and this is true whether I make them or whether they're pre-ordered. Some things do well and some things don't. And I will put out a pre-order on something and will sell a ton. And then I'll put out a pre-order on something else and like nothing sells. And so I'm trying to just find a way to have stuff on the website that's like ready to go so that people don't have to wait. I don't even know. I guess my brain is struggling because I've not been doing very well business-wise. And so I'm trying to figure out what I can do. And it's real easy when you're not doing good to just be like again, what do I do at night to relax lately? And it's important to relax and do self-care and not just focus completely on your business. But at the same time, I either need to like focus on doing business stuff in the morning, or I need to take some of my like relaxing time at night when I like play video games or something to do more business things. And again, it's not necessarily a bad thing, a problem, or whatever. It's just like I've been avoiding it because it feels like I'm putting a lot in and not growing, if that makes sense. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can put more in or how I can put, I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, quote unquote, wrong. So, and it's probably not anything. It's just the world and the economy and the uncertainty of said world. But I also I don't want to give up on this, but it's like, do I need to pivot? Do I need to focus on different things? I'm putting everything into this, but was that a bad decision? Like, should I pivot before it's too late and, like, change what I stream? Should I don't know. Sorry, this is not the conversation. I did not expect the conversation to go in this direction. I was just trying to figure out if I should, like, work on making some, like, little things during downtime. I kind of feel lost lately. I think that's really it. I just feel uncertain of what to do. I wonder if trying to focus more on marketing would be helpful. Yeah. Yeah. If the things you're trying to sell seem helpful, okay. I don't sell because that's really demotivating. Yeah. You're not wrong. It's such a shame. Like, I was talking with, like, someone the other day about this, like, how much Etsy has changed. Because, yeah, they were great for, like, when people were searching for, like, handmade crochet items. I think it is. This is Star Wars lo-fi. I'm gonna change it though, because that feels dangerously close now that Disney owns them to getting DMCA'd. So we're gonna switch. But Etsy is not worth my time, my energy, my money. There's a lot of fees associated there, and there's a limit to how many tiny stuffies I can have in my house. Yeah. Patterns could be better. Less work for you once they're done to maintain. Yeah. I think that I do just need to get back into pattern making. I think going into it being okay with, like, things being a little bit different than what they were before. I think I need to, like, adjust my thinking and be okay with that. Like, if they're not exactly the same, and I don't know. It's also funny because, like, my life has changed so much since doing all of these things originally. Like, my health has changed. My family has changed in the fact that I now, like, before I could just work in my office all hours, have, you know, Patch and Coco could come and go as they please. Like, now I've got to spend time with this cat and with this one and do with this dog and because no one can be all together at the same time. And so I don't spend as much time in here, which means that I'm not using my Mac, which is where I did a lot of my pattern stuff, because trying to use Windows to do any kind of pattern stuff is the worst. But I think I can do a lot of it on my iPad. And my iPad I can do wherever. And so I think that I need to just like shift perspective of like, it's okay to not do everything the way you, this is like the neurospice too, is that no, I have to do it the same way that I always did it. Because that's what people expect. But I think that I need to kind of reframe my thinking into, it can be a little different. It's been 4 years since you wrote a lot of those patterns and started selling them. Like, you're allowed to have changed in 4 years' time. So I think that there's reframing that needs to happen in my mind, because I think part of it too, like I said, is just the frustration that I'm not who I was 4 years ago. There's a lot of good in that, like being able to get out of the house and do more. There's a lot that I'm really proud of that I've changed in 4 years, but there's also things that I miss being able to do. And so it's a whole thing. I don't know. Sorry, this just got like intense for like a James was building a model engine on stream. But it's real and that's important. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like if my mouth, I don't think my lip is that swollen right now anymore. Part of the reason that I think my lip swelled up like that is because I bit my lip really hard last night. And it's just like how if you scratch something right now with the hives, it causes it to like blow up. I think it's because I chomped on my lip. I was eating and I was like, oh my, like tears literally poured out of my eyes. But yeah, I think that if it's not bad, I'll do that after stream. Like I'll take a couple minutes, sit here in my chair. It's got a nice background. And just like, you know, it's a lot to have, it's a lot to run a small business and have to be every part of the small business. The marketing, the editor, the creator, like all the pieces. It's a lot of balls to juggle. Sorry. I didn't mean to like bring down the mood. I shouldn't talk about stuff like that on stream. Because I don't want people to think that I'm not like grateful for all the things that creating has afforded me. I just need to figure out a way, especially in like changing times, to continue onwards and upwards. Things change so quickly, always needing to adjust your process. Yeah. Managing a changing world and your own changing life. I liked your thoughts on considering where you were 4 years ago, freeing yourself up to shake off what doesn't suit you anymore. Yeah, I think that's part of it too, is just not as, I mean, there is a little bit of like a grief with that, thinking about, like, you know, thinking like my therapist would talk to me, thinking about how I would talk to someone who's got the same things going on. There is a bit of, like, grief of, like, what you lost, if you will. But there's also, like, look at what I've gained. I've gained the ability, like, I went to a baseball game for almost 3 hours. Like, that was something that I couldn't do 4 years ago. And, like, there's stuff like that that I have to, like, I have to make those wins bigger than what I lost. And that's what's hard. Is the losses always want to be the bigger thing. They're always the thing. It's just like when we beat ourselves up, like, we're always our own worst critic, and we listen to the negative thoughts way easier than we listen to the positive ones. Like, if someone compliments you, you tend to, like, brush it off and be like, yeah, okay. But if someone says something negative about you, oh boy, do you hold on to that for a long time. And so it's like, it's such a weird, I don't know. You can be grateful and find things hard, yeah. I don't have the skills and energy to make it happen, yeah. International shipping, goodness gracious, is international shipping too expensive? It's gross. I hate it. It's 110? Ew. That's gross. I'm glad you're home. No, I appreciate you all being here and listening to me just babble, come up with some ideas, some plans. I think that pivoting and thinking about, like, using the iPad too is a good thought, because that I can do anywhere. Because I used to spend a lot, you can ask James, I used to spend a lot of time in here, even when I wasn't streaming, because, like, okay, I'd be working on patterns, I'd be doing this. And it was fine, because, like, Patch and Coco would just come in here and hang out. And so we could all hang out together. But now I have to make sure that I spend time with Patch, and I can't spend time with Patch in this office anymore. And I have to make sure that I spend time with, like, Maple, like, with everyone. And so it starts to become, like, you know, I'm able to work on my projects and do things while I'm also spending time with them, because they don't care. They snuggle, they want to hang out. That's about it. Like, I'll play with them if they want to play. And if they don't, then cool, we're not playing right now. So I think the idea of doing it on the iPad is great, because I can do that anywhere. I can do that when I'm hanging out with Patch. I can do that when I'm hanging out with, like, Maple. Or I can do that outside. Like, it doesn't matter. So, yeah. Good thought there. Still be outside, yeah. No worries, Mia. Have a good night. I'm just gonna finish this first band member. We have, like, one more row left on his body. And then we're gonna wrap up, because it's after 6 and James and I have dinner to cook. So not this week, not next week, but the week after. So when is that? The week of the 23rd, we're gonna do our cooking stream. Probably on the 23rd, honestly. Because we have, like, our meal kit this week, but there wasn't enough time to, like, plan all the things. So since that's one of the incentives that we had, we'll do the cooking stream. Then I'm like, we could make dessert. Like we could make, banana bread and, do other things besides just like our meal kit. Now I'm going to snooze ads one more time because I'm almost done here. Yes, it'll give me enough time to like prep and plan. Hooray! It's kind of good you guys can't see his little feet. They look so funny. Alright. He needs some arms, but the rest of him is good. I don't know what a traditional local cuisine is. Honestly. I mean, I'm even thinking back to like when I lived in Jersey, like what traditional local cuisine, what pizza, hoagies? Like I don't even know what would be considered that, It would be cool. I just have no idea. I feel like pizza. It feels like Italian food is the right call. Anything Italian, yeah. I have done my own gnocchi. We do. I've never had the prepackaged stuff before. I've only ever done the handmade. We could definitely do that at some point. We tend to make gnocchi in the winter. It's a very hearty, I don't know, it just feels like a winter food. But I'd be willing to do like another cooking stream then. That one's definitely like a long process too, which is fun. The tradition with gnocchi when I was growing up was that we made it the first snow day. Or the first snowstorm if it was the weekend. And so I always just have memories of gnocchi and snow outside. Like we would do the first steps and then we would like go outside and play in the snow for a while. Have your mom make them. There you go. Haven't done that since high school. Yeah. Love to see it made. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that again. It's been a while since we've done it. It's my Nona's recipe, so my dad's great-grandmother. Dad's great? I think so. And so, like, her recipe, a handful of salt. Okay. What's a handful? And Nona would be like this. But like a little old lady hand. It's like, that's literally how the recipe is written. It's like a handful of salt. Potatoes do need salt. It's true. Even my hubby's like, what's Megan streaming today? Have the Minecraft stream in our diary. My handful is different to my hubby's. Exactly. Exactly. And you know, I mean, that was how a lot of our, you know, grandparents and stuff like that cooked. It was told. It was told from one person to the next. It wasn't written down. It wasn't made in exact measurements. They eyeballed it. They did it with their soul. As long as it's going into the potato water and not the pasta sauce. No, the salt would go into like the actual, it never went into the sauce. No. But it would go into like the actual dough, if you will. Because like, basically our gnocchi was made, it's always been made with 5 pounds of potatoes. Because Nona had a lot of kids. And Nona had a lot of neighborhood kids that would come by. And potatoes were not a lot of money. It's potato flour. I don't even know if there's egg in it. I know that there's butter. I can never remember about the egg. I think there is. The amount of potato is important context. Yeah. And then it would all be made, you know, so you peel the potatoes, you cut them up, boil them, you mash them, you add flour, you knead forever. You knead until it's not sticking to your fingers, then you roll it, you shape it, you boil it again. Like, it is a whole thing. It, like I said, it took us all day. But it also makes so much. And the one thing about gnocchi when it's made like that is it's filling because it's potato. And potato is like a very filling starch without being too expensive. So if you think about, you know, the time period that stuff was made, you know, when things were made back then, sometimes you needed a meal that was less expensive that would go a long way to feed a lot of people. High in potassium. Yeah. No, potatoes are great for you. Melted ooh. There's so much cheese. 3. Oh my gosh. It's so nice homemade, but the packet was yuck. Yeah. Put you off it. That's fair. I feel like a lot of stuff that is really good homemade isn't always as good packaged. I will say, growing up, my mom made like lasagna too, and she made lasagna like from scratch. Like, would cook the noodles, would then like get the tray, and I remember like boiling noodles coming out and like helping her lay them out and spreading sauce and meat and cheese and doing all of that. And now James and I will buy like is it Stouffer's? I don't remember, but it's good. It's actually a pretty good, I mean, it's not homemade, but it also doesn't take that same amount of time as making it homemade. And when you don't have the same amount of time, but you're like, man, I could really go for some lasagna. Some spaghetti cake. Never tried it. I think it would have a textural issue with it. It's very thick. But we use like pasta sauce, like regular spaghetti sauce as the sauce that goes on it. So that's really what it tastes the most like. I don't really think that it tastes. It's pasta sauce. It's like a salty noodle. But I get that. I absolutely understand that. If I could, like, I would give each person that came like a scoop, you know? Yes. Well, we are like my dad loves the Ancestry like website, and he has gone back a long time. Found where name changes happen like because of, you know, clerical things, and it's very interesting. We are a little bit of everything. Those grandparents were Italian. Like those great grandparents, if you will, were. But like we have family currently living in the Czech Republic. You know, we have people from Germany. We have people like from everywhere. So, like if you look at the family tree, it's very all over, like Europe and Asia, like all that area. But yeah. So there is I don't even know, like I'd have to see if my dad knows like what percentage of everything we are, cuz I feel like that would be interesting to see, cuz like it would definitely be interesting to see. My mom is also Jewish. Like her family was, and so there's a lot of like cooking that happens in that household growing up. A lot of like, well, so my Aunt Shirley, for instance, is my grandmother's sister, so she's my great aunt, and she's one of 5 girls. So there was a lot of cooking and a lot of recipes and a lot of things handed down and a lot of different. There was always someone like making something. So yeah, it'll be fun. A cooking stream shall be a good time. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to like also show you guys like the meal kits. Again, I'm not sponsored by them. I just think that they're really great, especially for people like me who can struggle sometimes with like finding what to cook and getting the ingredients and all of that. Like it's kind of like buying the pre-cut stuff at like the supermarket because you're more likely to eat it. It's like buying it this way, I'm more likely to cook it versus like, oh, I don't want to have to like go to the store, get all the things, do all the prep. Sorry, I ran out of ad snoozes. Like all the ingredients are just there. So it's nice. I feel like, again, there's a lot of us in the community who might benefit from it. And it's not expensive for the 2 of us. Oh, no. No. You're so good. That's the thing, is that I feel like everyone claims gnocchi as their own. Oh, no, it's Italian. No, it's German. No, it's this. No, it's that. And it's like, it feels like just European to me. Oh, it feels like ESPN, evidently. Okay. Let me see who's on. You know what? Let's let me see. Because I also want to do my videos and I have to go cook dinner. So maybe we'll raid an animal stream today. Someplace where I'm not going to chat too much. And then we'll go see some crafty friends later in the week. I think that might be a good idea, so I can go and get stuff done now before I end up doing too much. Okay. Thank you all so much. Oh, this is going to be long. Thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you so much for all the gift subs, for the bits, for just all the hype and love and support. I know that James enjoyed his time. I hope that you all enjoyed your time. Please make sure that you hit the follow button if you haven't already. Come join us in Discord. And yeah, I hope that you have a really great rest of your time zone, friends. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds that you have to take, to be kind to yourself and other people. Remember, you are loved, and I will see you all tomorrow. We are going to be doing some miniatures because I was organizing over the weekend and I was organizing miniatures and I was like, oh God, I gotta do it. Okay. Let's go see the Chimkins. let's go see the chickens. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay? Goodbye.